Hey, this is Matthew.
And this is Vinny.
And welcome back to Out of the Box, Into the Ring, Extreme Edition.
And forget about it, it's little Guido.
That's right, today we're taking a look at one member of the Full-Blooded Italians, the FBI, Little Guido.
And the only member to actually get a figure.
Which is kind of funny, but then again, I don't really know if I want to see a Tracy Smothers action figure.
Or Tony Mamaluke.
Or a Sally Graziano, that'd be a lot of plastic.
Yeah, or J.G. Smith would have been a good one.
Alright, you got me there, yeah.
Yep.
So Little Guido is part of the Bash of the Brawlers wave.
Which actually is kind of ironic because he was known as a shooter.
Yeah, kind of interesting there, but then again, I mean, looking at the names of all of these waves, I mean, would he have fit into Champion Clashers?
No.
Would he have fit into Thrill Zone?
Hell no.
So yeah, Bash of the Brawlers it is.
So, okay, fair point.
Yeah. So got a nice picture on the front here, which is kind of funny because it kind of looks a lot like his face already.
Yeah, and the face of the figure is kind of derpy.
Kind of like that photo.
Yeah, so at least they got the likeness right.
Not going to call Little Guido derpy, though.
No. He'll stretch the shit out of us.
Yeah. And Little Guido includes collector's cards. On the back of the packaging, you get to see the other three waves, which we all just mentioned moments ago, as well as a look at the unreleased 2-packs and the very now expensive ECW ring.
Which, again, good luck finding it for a decent price.
Why invest in the stock market when you can buy ECW rings?
So now it's time to get Little Guido out of the box and into the ring.
And here is our Little Guido figure out of the packaging.
Not so bad at first glance.
Yeah, really not that terrible. I mean, to make a Little Guido figure, there's not like there's that much you have to do.
No, it's simple trunks, knee pads, and boots.
Yeah, so it's really all in the little details.
Mm-hmm.
So, of course, the first question is, did they get that likeness? Does this look like Little Guido?
According to the picture they used, apparently so.
Yeah, you know, if they're basing it just purely off of that one photo as the reference, then, yeah, they got that reference photo down.
They did.
The rest of it, maybe not so much.
Not so much.
No. You know, the likeness is mediocre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is, unfortunately.
I'll say, like, they got the essence of Little Guido. They got the sneer. I think that's what's throwing it off is the sneer.
Yeah. They did do a nice detail on his tattoo.
Tattoo is enormous, though. But, yeah, they got a good tattoo arm, good arm tattoo on him.
But that was the thing. I don't remember him really having a pronounced tattoo either.
No. They really oversized it for this toy, I think. They had to
like give him something that popped out.
I guess. I mean, because he kind of looks like Popeye more than anything else here, especially with that tattoo now. I'm just thinking he's Popeye.
That image is now burned in my head. Thank you. All he needs is a pipe and a sailor hat.
So we actually met Little Guido at a signing last year, and we actually asked him his thoughts on this figure. And yeah, he was not too happy with this toy. He was very angry about this figure, actually.
Yeah, he actually was like, you could actually tell he was legitimately mad.
Yeah.
Like he did not want it mentioned.
If you guys want to see that, here's a link to that video. Make sure you watch it after this one. We talked to about 24 wrestlers who have action figures. Some were happy, some weren't. In Little Guido's case, he wanted to murder original San Francisco toy makers.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I could understand why.
Because it's your first action figure ever, and this is what you get.
Yeah. Sorry, Little Guido. Sorry about that.
It took him until he got to WWE to finally get a decent action figure.
And then he had a few.
Yeah.
All the same, but he had a few.
All the same, but still, doesn't matter. Royalty checks.
What I do like about this figure is the body. Now, in terms of articulation, it is a little limited because of his action feature. And what is that action feature, Vinny?
The action feature would be a right arm clothesline.
You sure about that? Yeah, it's more like the spaghetti eating hand there. Tutti a tavola a mangiare. Pasta shoveling action. This is not very good.
No, not at all.
Little Guido has pasta shoveling action. Yeah, I could live without that. I mean, as a clothesline, it actually isn't terrible, actually.
Isn't as terrible. It's a short clothesline, but still.
It works. It's not the greatest feature, but the upside of it is that it doesn't get in the way much. So there is some pretty good articulation because of that. However, because of where this action feature is located on the toy, there's no waist movement. So you'll lose that, but you do get some good... Listen to that. Listen to this. 20 years old.
Yep. Oof. All right. Actually, you loosened it up.
I loosened up a lot, yeah. That's what he needed. How's his neck? It's not bad. Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah, I mean, articulation-wise, it's actually pretty good. I'm okay with this. I like that part of it. Like, this is definitely a good playable figure.
It's not as bad as he made it out to be.
It's really not. I mean, it hits all the high points. It does say FBI on the bottom.
On the bottoms?
Yeah, you can see that. It's trunks.
See.
The boots are the shooter boots. That's right. The knee pads are correct. I mean, outfit-wise, it's perfect.
With that, then you're basically saying he's 20 years ahead of his time because it took the New Day to bring out pancakes. So maybe San Francisco toy makers were a little ahead of their time.
I'll give him that. Yeah, I'll give him that one. So what I also like about the body is that it's actually a little bit smaller looking compared to other guys here. Because all the toys had big bodies to begin with.
And Guido was always a small guy compared to them.
Yeah, so like talking about scale, like we got Just Incredible here, who is one of the smaller guys also. They're about similar, but yeah, like most of these figures in general were bulkier looking. They had more mass to them, but the smaller guys are slimmer, and Little Guido is a good example of that.
Yeah.
One thing I don't like about this figure though is he's got these weird leg veins going on. He's got these like varicose veins in the back of his legs.
Yeah, but I think a lot of the ECW figures had that too. In general, it's like to mock muscle mass.
I guess they had just random arbitrary veins.
I didn't mention it on the Jerry Lynn figure, but he also had those all over his arms.
It's just the thing that the ECW figures have. I don't know why.
Yeah.
It's kind of gross.
He did come with a few other things, though, Little Guido. Just like Rob Van Dam, he came with a baseball bat and a 2x4. I'm going to get that trending now.
I guess you are. It's kind of funny how whenever they put the 2x4, you also get the baseball bat. Because I think Devon had that also.
Yeah.
So it's just like,
hand
you get
hand.
one, you get both.
You get not just one weapon for bludgeon, two weapons to bludge.
Yeah, I can really kill man with these accessories here.
Yeah. Then again, what did they have to do with... Actually, the 2x4, not so much. The baseball does have a lot to do with Little Guido.
Does it now?
If you think about it, he was all about a mafioso gimmick. What did they like to do to some of their enemies? Beat them over the head with a baseball bat.
That's why I let you say that, and I didn't.
I can't say it. You are right. Not that I've ever done it before, but all right.
Let's move on.
Yes.
Move on. Yeah.
Yes.
Before we
Yes.
incriminate
Please.
us further.
Also, he came with a nice set of trading cards. So let's take a look at who we got. We got Jerry Lynn. We got Balls Mahoney, which I feel like we've seen this image before.
Yep, these are more or less the same images I think they used
We
with the
got
toys.
Rob Van Dam, Super Crazy, and, of course, Little Guido.
I love how it lists his catchphrase in the back of this.
Yes,
Show them what
that's
that
what I was
says.
about to get to. Now, with all these cards, there was a little bio on the back, and Little Guido, his hometown is Sicily, Italy.
Which is true.
Which is true, but here's my question: where in Sicily? Because we could go a little bit deeper, but it's ECW. They cut corners as always. Let's see.
They could afford a map, but they couldn't afford a really good map.
There you go. He's 5'9", which is actually quite accurate because I'm 5'8", and we were about the same height when we met him.
Now you're just bragging about your height.
Perfect time for me to say it. Shut up your face. Which was his catchphrase, which I love. And they give actually a little bit of a brief bio on Little Guido, which all these cards actually did the same.
Yeah, all things said, these cards are actually not bad. I don't dislike these cards. They're definitely cheap. This is like garbage.
Yeah.
But for what they are, I'm actually into these.
Yeah, actually, yeah. I was giving out before we opened up, but then I saw these. I was like, wow, I actually remember these as a kid and actually liking them.
Yeah, so ECW trading cards, they might not be the hottest collectible out there today, but they're not bad.
They're not bad. Little Guido brings a strong mat wrestling and shoot fighting background to the ring with him. The new leader of the full-blooded Italians, he has broken out from the shell of being a comedic mid-card performer, proving his detractors and critics wrong, as he has strung together an impressive series of victories. Once he is inside the squared circle, he shows off his ability against the best of the Extreme Championship Wrestling.
It's kind of funny how they actually acknowledged that he was mid-card. It's funny how these toys work and how ECW worked.
Yeah.
You'd never see WWE admit anybody's mid-card or jobber or anything like that.
And if I would have read that as a kid, I would not have a clue what the hell they meant by that. You can now start to tell who this series is geared towards.
Oh, yeah. Us.
So, yeah. We were about 20 years too late, but still, it's still geared to us.
Hey, we got there eventually.
Yep.
So why don't we go ahead and get Little Guido into the ring and see how he can actually perform.
Yeah.
All right, so we got Little Guido now in the ring. Who should he go up against?
He's super. He's crazy. He's super crazy.
Super Crazy is here. We just reviewed Super Crazy last time. And yeah, it would make perfect sense that these two guys face off this time around. Although, I think more memorable would have been the feud with Tajiri and Little Guido, but we haven't gotten to him yet.
Not yet, but again, they're so interchangeable, those three, so...
Really were, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a pretty great combination of guys. But yeah, Super Crazy, Little Guido. The question is, what can we do? Because with a guy like Little Guido, it wasn't like he was doing big spots. It was more like he was a grappler, kind of grounded you down.
He was grounded, and he was the one taking all the spots.
Yeah, pretty much.
For these two, so you know what? Let's check his clothesline.
All right, let's see how that works. That's the wrong hand.
Yeah. All right. Sorry, kids. That was more of a punch to the face.
More of a punch, yeah.
Let's see if he was doing a flying clothesline. Not so bad.
It's not terrible.
But not strong enough.
No, not particularly great. Yeah, it's not that great.
And you could already tell, actually, the joints. Yeah, the eggs are kicking in.
It's gonna break in. It's gonna basically break in another few minutes.
Yep.
We have about 2 minutes before this toy breaks itself.
Yep. Let's move on.
I will say, you made a good point with him basically being the one that takes the moves, because I can see Little Guido being more as the character that is basically your jobber for your other big toys.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I could definitely see in that case then, here's Super Crazy doing a backdrop. And that's our moves of Little Guido.
Yeah.
I mean, because even then, even his finisher, it's like, yeah, he's going to go for the Fujiwara armbar, which, yeah, you can basically do.
Could set it up, so...
I think that's probably about as close as you can get, because you can't really grasp his hand, but, you can get the idea behind it at that. Like, yeah, that actually doesn't look terrible. You get what it is.
Yeah, it's... You know what it is? Guido is that basic figure.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. He's that basic figure.
Yeah.
And you know exactly what the kind we're talking about. He's the kind that you did play with when you just wanted to have a normal play session.
Match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's try Tornado DDT, maybe. Or a Samoan drop reversal. How about that? He just slipped on the mats.
Yep. There we go.
Yeah, close enough.
That's, again, not too bad. It's more for like basic play with this figure.
Yeah, I think that's the best way to put it. It's just, if you want just a good, natural action figure, I guess. Yeah. How about a drop kick? Yeah,
if you kind of want to take it to the extreme, though, you gotta use his weapons. So which of the two weapons do you want to use? Of course, the baseball bat. Is he scratching his head with the baseball bat?
I think so. I think the feature just broke. Oh,
yeah.
Yep, the feature just broke on camera, folks.
That's it. It's done.
That's it. You get one swing now. Make it count, Little Guido. You owe the Black Hand some money, Super Crazy.
Well, he ain't getting that money back.
Figures we reviewed in the series. We've had several that are broken on camera minutes later. But hey, the good news about that, though, is nothing's hindering his playability now, that's for sure.
There you go.
That's how you kill a man.
And collect your debt.
Yeah. I feel like now that this has happened, we were talking about this figure being like just good for normal play. I mean, now more than ever. Check it out. He can do a proper pile driver.
Yeah.
He's doing a better pile driver than Jerry Lynn did.
Yep, that is true. And now Little Guido is finally realizing his potential.
He's just finally reached Ultra Instinct. Lay the boots in on him too. Yeah, this is pretty great. Like now that it has broken, it's actually so much better.
Yeah.
It really, really is that much better.
This is the one time you actually want to break something.
Yeah. I hate to say that, but totally true. So, yeah, you know what? Little Guido, your likeness is questionable. As a figure, everything else about you is questionable.
It's all because your likeness is questionable. Why? Because of this stupid sticker.
Yeah, if you hadn't posed like a moron, you wouldn't have had this problem.
No, you could have actually had a better figure.
But you didn't, and this is what you got stuck with. But you know what? You've kind of redeemed yourself in playability today.
Yes.
So, for Mint on Card Collectors, sucks to be you, because we're having a lot more fun with him out of the box right now.
Yep. And this is why we get the figures out of the box and into the ring.
Exactly. So that's our look at Little Guido and his terrible, terrible face. But you know what? He's a really great, fun figure. That's for sure. Yeah. So, on that note, I'm Matthew.
And I'm Vinny.
We'll see you guys here next time on another episode of Out of the Box, Into the Ring, Extreme Edition. Let's go beat up Super Crazy some more. I wonder if I can get him in a vertical suplex to I finish the video.
Looks like you can.
Nice.